Hey, good morning everybody. Welcome back to the UptaCraft shop. Today we're actually beginning reassembly mode of the old 75 CB550. I've got a few things to show you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the camera around, walk around the shop and show you what I got to do. Alright, first things first, I've just got a little rinky-dink piece of rope here hanging from the ceiling because what I wanted to do was suspend my chain. I took the chain off recently and gave it a good thorough cleaning. What I did was I gave it a good soaking in kerosene and then took a nylon bristle brush to it and then went ahead and re-soaked it in kerosene again and gave it another good brush treatment. After that I kind of let it drip dry on some towels, disposed of them properly, and then now have hit it with a degreaser. So letting it dry right now. I hit it twice with a degreaser, wiped it down with a nice shop rag, and you can see it's still swinging from when I just finished up. So my intent with this, I'm going to take the suggestion of some guys I've found on YouTube that instead of using a grease-based lubricant, to go with a wax lubricant for the chain. And in fact, I found one guy. I liked his idea was to get the wax in a crock pot, one of course is either disposable or got a liner you don't care about, and melt the wax down and then put some powdered Teflon in the wax. So I'm going to try my hand at that, and then when it comes time to reinstall this chain, I'm going to use that as a good lubricant. The Teflon, really like the idea of the Teflon, and of course the wax being something that can repel dirt as opposed to attracting it like an oil-based lubricant. I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on it after I've had a chance to use it. Something else I'm going to be working on today is reassembling the rear end of the bike, especially the drive portion. As you can see, I've already got the swing arm reinstalled and the shocks. If you'll notice, as much as I've been working on blacking out and using truck bed liner on this bike, I am going to leave the rear shocks not only original and chrome. I've brushed the chrome so it's got kind of a dull patina to it, which I like. Part of the reason though is to retain the old original, or at least the last inspection sticker done for this bike. The date on the inspection sticker is 1985, so I kind of like that as just a little piece of history of the bike that I wanted to retain. So this afternoon I'm going to be lubing up and reinstalling the wheel on its axle, reinstalling the brake drum, and the other necessary components to get the rear of the bike installed, lined up, and good to go. My intent, once I can get this thing sitting on its rear wheel, is to jack up the front of the bike and take that apart. Let me show you too something else I got in the works. So just like everybody else in the world who refurbishes an old vintage bike, I've got myself a new regulator rectifier. I'm going to be installing that to replace the original components as a minor upgrade to the charging and ignition system. What else do we have in store? My good friend Amazon sent me this box the other day. In this box, I've got a few things I'm pretty excited about. Doesn't take much to get me excited. New handle grips. So I've got them to put on. And then I've got these new matching. I'm going to rebuild the front brakes on the bike, so I figured I'd get a new master cylinder. Usually these comes in assembly, so I got this. I figured I'd get a matching one for the clutch. The thing I like about these particular assemblies is the fact that they are adjustable. If you'll notice here, you can set the distance of the handle here away from the bar, and so you can accommodate different hand sizes. So I'll show you exactly how that goes together and how I adjust them. Anyways, these are some of the products I've gotten here recently. They're going to be finding themselves back on the old 75 here, so stick with me and we'll try to show you some progress footage, but also the finished result. Okay, so I've got myself set up here with my little stool at the end of my work table. I took the ratchet strap down to get it out of the way. I've my rear wheel installation. Just for the sake of keeping all the pieces in order, I actually have had my rear axle sitting here with all the adjusters on it, the shims, the nut, the cotter pin, all that, just so I can keep track of parts, keeping them in order, keeping them oriented the way they were when I came off, just to assist in putting it all back together again. Okay, I got everything out of the way. The wheel is just simply sitting there between the rear forks on the swing arm, and now I got to install the axle. That, as well as the linkage for the rear brake drum, which I have now put back